What's up, family? My name is Trail, and we have breaking news to share with you today. First off, I hope all of you had an amazing holiday weekend to spend time with your family and friends. But unfortunately, a few mass shootings occurred over the weekend, and we definitely want to address those families that are hurting right now. In addition, Bernie Sanders is at it again, guys, fighting for the American people who do not have a voice. He is now urging for some laws to be changed. In addition to one state, we have some $1,000 payments that are going out to low-income families. And in another state, we have a new calling for a new $1,000 payment to be given to its residents as well. Hopefully, it will be approved here shortly. But first, I want to remind you that on this channel, we cover everything from what's going on around the world with the stock market, with the war in Ukraine, as well as multiple daily news stories around the world. So if you are interested in any of these topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind, go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us, as it really helps out this channel. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Well, guys, sadly to report, we had another mass shooting yesterday on the 4th of July. Yes, this is supposed to be a day of celebration for America, but instead we had a mass shooting at a 4th of July parade in Illinois. We have this article right here. It says the Illinois governor on mass shooting said that, look, today was supposed to be a celebration of America, was ripped apart by an American plague. And yes, guys, we have seen this time and time over the past few days, past few months, past few weeks, and so forth. And in addition to that, just this year alone, guys, in 2022, we have had more than 255 mass shootings. I know just only a few of them have been reported in the news, but like I said, guys, hey, according to this mass shooting yesterday in Illinois, we definitely want to keep those in our prayers, because so far, guys, 6 individuals ended up being murdered from this mass shooting at the Highland Park on July 4th parade. Yes, guys, we will continue to keep those in our prayers in the meantime. But also this weekend, guys, we had another shooting which ended up happening in Copenhagen. And I believe this was Germany. But anyways, guys, a suspect in the fatal mall shooting has remained in psychiatric facility for 24 days. But anyways, guys, there was a mass shooting at a mall in Copenhagen, in which I believe 3 individuals ended up losing their lives as well. So we also want to keep those in our prayers. And the artist known as Harry Styles, he was planning on performing in Copenhagen, but he ended up having to cancel his concert following this mall shooting. Like I said, guys, keep those in our prayers. Moving on, guys. Hey, more than 12,000 flights have been delayed over the weekend, and hundreds have been canceled during the busy July 4th weekend just alone. Guys, we have seen this over the past few weeks, past few months, where there is a shortage of pilots, a shortage of people working at the airlines. And so a lot of airlines have been overbooking their flights, in which they have had to cancel 12,000 flights. Now, that number is cumulative of the majority of the airlines out there, but that is a lot of flights being canceled and a lot of individuals having to miss out on their plans over the weekend. And we just saw, guys, I reported to you on the previous video, where Delta Airlines, they ended up offering $10,000 per passenger to get off of one of their oversold flights, in which on that particular flight, they ended up having 8 individuals that they needed to get off the flights, which came to a total of $80,000. I mean, guys, the question comes as why these airlines continue to overbook. Why can't they just stop the booking once they reach the maximum capacity amount of that particular plane can actually carry? But I believe the situation is a little more challenging than what I just stated, guys. But hey, guys, we need to do something about it. And what do you know? Who is the best person to do something, or at least to call on someone to do something about it? Yes, guys, that is Senator Bernie Sanders. He is now calling on the Department of Transportation to start fining airlines for disrupted flights. As you can see right here in this article, Bernie Sanders is furious, as in this picture that was taken on April the 24th. But yes, guys, Bernie Sanders sent out a tweet, as you can see right here, that says that the American people are sick of airlines ripping them off, canceling flights at the last minute, and delaying flights for hours on end. It's time for Secretary Pete to fine the airlines $55,000 per passenger for every flight cancellation that they know can't be fully staffed. Yes, guys, as you can see in this full article right here from the desk of Bernie Sanders, in which he sent it over to the Secretary Pete, which can actually do something about this. And yes, guys, he is now fighting for the American people who really don't have a voice. And as you guys know, if you do any type of traveling on an airplane, you don't have any say-so whatsoever whether or not your flight is actually canceled, whether or not you're actually booted off your flight, and offer some additional funds to take that option. Guys, it is really getting bad right now, especially as majority of people in this country have been joining in on the America's resignation. And yes, these airlines are struggling right now to keep people hired, as well as to hire individuals, as well as to keep their pilots on staff. We have seen a lot of pilots picketing and protesting, as well as quitting their jobs all around. So this has caused an increase of individuals in America, as well as other countries, being left without a flight to go on and no place to go. And yes, Bernie Sanders is fighting, and he wants the airlines to be fined to be around $55,000 per passenger if they are booted off their planes because of these overbookings from these airlines. So again, guys, like I said, we will continue to support Bernie Sanders because it seems like that he continues to support the American people. Do you guys agree with me? Let me know down below in the comment section whether or not you agree that Bernie Sanders is fighting for the lower end Americans in this country who really don't have a voice. And yes, we can also see that Bernie Sanders is also calling on the Democrats. He is calling them out right now. He is saying in this article, says that, look, change course, guys. The Democrats need to change their course before they nosedive in the November midterm elections. Yes, the Vermont Independent isn't buying the happy talk from a party still talking up a pre-midterm turnaround, and he has a prescription to avoid it. Right here it says that Bernie Sanders has something to get off of his chest without a course correction. He sees that the Democratic Party on track to get shellacked this fall in the midterm election. Now, Bernie Sanders was asked in an interview on Tuesday, and he said, you really can't win an election with a bumper sticker that says, we can't do much, but the other side is much worse than us. And yes, guys, I would agree with this. It is actually true, guys, whether it depends on what side you are on, the Republicans or the Democrats. But right now, guys, it seems that the Republicans are pushing very strong. They are being very strategic. They are getting things done that are going to help them within the next 6 to 12 months. They are putting things in place right now to benefit them later on. Yes, the Republicans are very strategic right now, as you see what they did with the overturning of the Roe versus Wade. But then on the flip side, as far as the Democrats go, they are really being very passive right now. They are not really getting much done at all. They keep putting things out there and hope that they actually stick, like throwing darts on a board and hoping that they actually stick. But really, the Democrats are really not doing much right now. But they are just hoping that the American people will continue to support Bernie Sanders and his colleagues in an effort to win over the midterm elections. But guys, so far the reality is Bernie Sanders is really not doing that good, guys. You have seen the polls in regards to how the American people feel, whether or not President Joe Biden is actually doing good in this country. And those polls are really showing a negative effect on Joe Biden as well as the Democrats. But on the flip side, guys, the Republicans are pressing hard. They have gotten everybody everybody on their side and supporting them, especially right now in these elections that are going on right now. So we will soon see how all of this plays out in the midterm elections come this November this year, guys. But what do you think, guys? Let me know down below in the comment section, and obviously be respectful of others. But anyways, guys, Bernie Sanders is still fighting for the American people. But moving on, guys, hey, we do have some good news in regards to some stimulus checks for the American people in this country. On this article right here on Yahoo News, it talks about some Americans are still getting up to $1,000 in cash as the White House remains silent on any new stimulus checks. And guys, this article talks about every state that is sending out some stimulus relief aid. And let's just briefly go over them real quick, guys. We have right here some states are actually giving out what they are calling some state rebate checks, as far as like some gas rebate checks, some inflation relief checks, and many, many more. But in addition to that, guys, we have multiple states offering state stimulus checks. And you guys know, obviously, California is one of the biggest states that is offering multiple state stimulus checks to its residents. I know a lot of people are commenting down below in the comment section talking about they need to go ahead and move to California because it seems like their governor actually is supporting their residents in this particular state. But anyways, guys, California is offering multiple state stimulus checks. Also, we have Colorado, Delaware, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Maine, New Jersey, New Mexico, Minnesota, Virginia. And yes, guys, we have multiple stimulus checks that are actually pending right now. That means they are in the process of being sent out to the American people. And for those particular states, we have, first off, it says that several other states are considering tax breaks and have legislation that is pending right now. And so those particular states are New Hampshire, Kansas, North Carolina, South Carolina, and so on, guys. Yes, guys, this is some amazing news because we will continue to see more states offering its own state stimulus checks as well. Now, I will say from what I have seen, it appears that there are more Democratic states that are offering stimulus checks than there is Republican states. But guys, if you know something different, please hold me to it. Call me out in the comments section. I definitely don't mind. Just be respectful, okay? We don't want any arguments going on, guys. This is a safe place. But anyways, guys, these are just multiple states that are offering stimulus checks for their state's residents. And if you live in one of these respective states that I just called out, you definitely want to Google that information to see exactly if you are eligible to receive one of these state stimulus checks. And then also, in addition to that, guys, I do want to call out that the Democrats in Minnesota are also calling for $1,000 rebate checks right now. However, the Republicans, they are wanting something different from sending out rebate checks. They want to put in place it's what's called permanent tax cuts for their residents. And yes, it talks about this in this article. Governor Tim Walz is calling on Republicans to return to the Capitol to sign off on sending $1,000 stimulus checks to Minnesotians as the rising prices in gas, food, and everything else around the corner, as well as people's paychecks are continuing to be lower than previous. But anyways, guys, this is just an idea that was revived earlier this year, which is they are calling Waltz checks, which failed in the previous time, but they are trying to reissue this piece of legislation and calling on the Republicans as well as the Democrats to go ahead and approve of $1,000 stimulus checks to be sent out to its residents in Minnesota. So again, guys, I will keep following this particular news to see if the Republicans are going to go ahead and support this idea to go ahead and give those residents in this respective state these $1,000 checks. So that is obviously some good news, guys, as we continue to see other states offering their own version of a state stimulus check, and hopefully Minnesota will actually follow in line as well. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all of this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, guys, hey, that's all we have for you today. But if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us, as it really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.